Hello students, today we will do the next topic of chapter Why do we fall ill? The topic is types of infectious agent. Okay, you know that infectious agent, they spread the infectious diseases. They are classified into few groups according to their characteristics. Organisms that can cause diseases are known as pathogens also. Okay, microorganisms which causes diseases, they are known as pathogen also. Okay, so infectious agents are categorized into bacteria, virus, fungus, helminth, protozoan. Now next question is this: why these are divided into different category? Now bacteria and protozoan are microscopic, they are one-celled organisms. Viruses are even smaller than bacteria and protozoan, they have only genetic material. Fungi grow like plants and helminths are known as worms. Now why is important that we think of these category of infectious agent? You know that viruses cause diseases like common cold, influenza, dengue fever and AIDS. And bacteria, it causes diseases like typhoid fever, cholera, tuberculosis, anthrax. Skin infection is caused by fungi. Protozoan is a microbe which cause malaria, kala azar, dysentery, and worm, they cause like disease elephantiasis. Okay, I had given some examples of the diseases which are caused by different microbe. Now, why it is important to think of these infectious agents? Because these infectious agents follow different biological pathway in our body to cause diseases. For example, bacteria, it forms cell wall around the cell and start multiplying inside the host cell. When we take any antibiotic, then antibiotic do not allow the cell wall to form further and bacteria will die. Okay, so the bacteria, how it form, it multiply in our body by forming cell wall. And virus, what the virus do, it simply multiply in our body when it enter into our cell, because it get the cell membrane which it do not have. Virus do not have cell membrane. After entering our body, they get the cell membrane and start multiplying. So different microbes follow different pathway to multiply inside the host cell. So we use different drugs that block their biological pathway and stop their multiplication inside the organism. Antibiotic, let us take one example. Okay, antibiotic block biochemical pathway for bacteria and fungi. For example, penicillin. Penicillin is an antibiotic medicine. What it do? You know that the bacteria, it start growing inside the host cell. So growing bacteria become unable to make cell wall and die easily when we take antibiotic like penicillin, because human cell do not have cell wall. Why it is difficult to kill virus? Because virus do not form cell wall. So it is difficult to kill a virus as compared to bacteria. Virus simply multiply in our body by getting the cell membrane. Next topic is means of spread. How these organisms spread diseases. They follow different means, different resources to spread the disease. For example, airborne diseases are spread by droplet method. Such disease causing microbe will spread through air. This occurs through the little droplets thrown out by an infected person who sneezes or cough. The infected person, when sneezes or cough, the droplet of disease causing microbe come into the air or around in the atmosphere. The person who stand close by to the infected person can breathe in these droplets and the microbe get a chance to start a new infection. So common diseases which are spread by this airborne method or droplet method is common cold, pneumonia, tuberculosis. So when these diseases are spread, okay, we should not go to the crowded area. Okay. Next is diseases can also be spread through water. This occurs if the excreta from someone suffering from an infectious gut disease, for example cholera, get mixed with the drinking water. Okay, that water is used by the people living nearby. The cholera causing microbe will enter new host through the water. They drink and cause diseases in them. Such diseases are much more likely to spread in the absence of safe supply of drinking water. If there is a safe supply of water, then these type of diseases, gut diseases, it will not spread. Okay. Next is the AIDS or syphilis. These are the diseases which are spread through sexual contact. Okay. These are spread from one partner to the other through sexual contact. These diseases are not spread through casual physical contact like handshake or hug, or sports like wrestling, or by any of the other ways in which we touch each other socially. So these diseases are not spread through social contact. Okay, when we touch each other socially, other than the sexual contact. The AIDS virus can also spread through blood to blood contact with the infected people and from an infected mother to her baby during pregnancy or through breastfeeding. Okay, so means of spread of AIDS are through blood to blood contact with the infected people or infected person, from mother to her baby during pregnancy or through breastfeeding, and through sexual contact. What is the full form of AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. And the virus which causes this disease, that is HIV. Its full form is human immunovirus. Okay. Next is the diseases which are spread by vector. So we had already discussed about the diseases which are spread by air, okay, by food and water, like by food and water, and next is by vector. The vector are the infectious agent. They are the intermediate which carry the disease causing microbe from a healthy person, from an infected person to a healthy person. Okay. Vectors are infectious agent which carry the disease causing microbe from infected person to healthy person. Okay. For example, mosquito. The female mosquito need highly nutritious food in the form of blood. Why the female mosquito need highly nutrition diet in the form of blood? To lay mature egg. Mosquito feed on many warm-blooded animals, including us. We are also come into the category of warm-blooded animals. They can transfer diseases from one person to another. So malaria is caused by malarial parasite. Its name is Plasmodium. Name of malaria parasite is Plasmodium. Plasmodium is a protozoan. Okay. So female Anopheles mosquito, it carry the Plasmodium. When it bites the infected person, then it carry the Plasmodium from the infected person, and when it bite to healthy person, then it inject the Plasmodium into the blood of healthy person, which causes malaria to the healthy person. So what role the Anopheles mosquito do? It is a vector or intermediate which carry the disease causing microbe for infected person to healthy person. Next is rabies. So rabies is a virus which is spread by rabid animal like dog. When the dog bite to a healthy person, then the rabies virus goes to that healthy person and cause disease rabies. So this is the different means of transmission of diseases. Next topic is organ specific and tissue specific manifestation.